What is going on, guys? Bob here, back with another video. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips on how you can more effectively start seeing results with your training in the gym. Now, whether you're a person who's recently started working out, or maybe you're someone that's been working out for several years and you're not really seeing a change, you're going to want to take what we talk about today and apply it to your process to help get you back on track. Now, tip number 1 is going to be the most important because it's going to set the foundation for everything else that follows. And you're going to want to sit down and have an honest conversation with yourself about what your purpose is with going to the gym and training. We're going to call this goal setting. Now, I think when a lot of people sign up at the gym, they tend to do it because they either want to live a healthier lifestyle, or they want to feel more fit, or they want to get more active. And that's a great reason to start, but once you're actually in the gym training, you're not going to really see a change unless you put a plan in place. So whether you're a teenager that's maybe trying to build muscle, let's say you want to put on 10 or 15 pounds, or maybe you're someone that's in your late 20s, maybe your early 30s, or maybe even older than that, and you woke up one day and you looked in the mirror and you said, crap, I am fat. I need to lose weight. Regardless of if you're gonna put on weight or lose weight or just try to tone up a little bit, it's best to have a plan going into the gym. Now, once you have your goal set in place, we can talk about tip number 2. And I've taken 2 ideas and kind of bundled them into one category because I do feel like they both play a very important part when it comes to programming. And the first part to understanding programming is time management. How much time are you going to effectively allow yourself each week to work towards your goal that you set in tip number 1? Because let's be honest, some of us work full-time jobs. Some of you might work 6 days a week or 12 hours a day. You might be in relationships, or you might be married. You might have a house, you might have kids, you might have pets. You have other responsibilities that you can't step away from every single day to get to the gym and train. And that's okay. But understanding how much time you're going to allow yourself is going to give you a better idea of what you're going to actually do to work toward that goal. Now, let's say you come to me and you say, Bob, I can get to the gym twice a week for an hour each day. That's all I can do. I can't do any more. Great, not a problem. Once you understand how much time you're going to allow yourself, we can talk about tip number 2B, I guess we could call this, is designing your workouts. If you are someone that can only get to the gym twice a week, I would recommend you look at more full body style types of training where you're implementing a lot of compound lifts, exercises that have movement at multiple joints. So you're gonna look at things like maybe the squat and the deadlift, or maybe you can combine 2 lifts and do a lunge with a bicep curl. Things that are, again, actively using multiple muscle groups. And you're gonna set aside 2 days a week for an hour each day to work on that routine. Now, you might be someone that can get to the gym 3 days a week. I wouldn't recommend a full body workout 3 days a week because you're probably gonna overexhaust yourself. And because of that, you're gonna be a little discouraged. You skip a day, you're gonna start skipping 2 days, and then you're gonna eventually stop going altogether. So if you are a person that can get to the gym 3 days a week, I would highly recommend that you do a push-pull legs program. Day number 1 would be your push day. So you would do things like your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. Day 2 would be your pull day. So it'd be things like your back, your traps, your rear delts, and your biceps. And then day 3 would be your leg day, where you would do things like your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your calves. A lot of people have had very high success training push-pull legs for things like building muscle, increasing strength, losing body fat. And if you can make it to the gym 3 days a week, I highly recommend you look into a push-pull legs program. Now, if you're a person that can get to the gym 4 or more days a week, you're gonna wanna look for programs that are 4-day splits or 5-day splits, or even some specialization training where you look at yourself and you say, my legs are a little lacking. They're not as defined, they're not as strong as my upper body, so I'm gonna hit them twice a week and everything else once a week. Or maybe you decide that you wanna build up your arms a little bit more. You're gonna do your arms twice a week and then train your legs once a week, your back and your shoulders once a week. And again, having a plan in place will help you achieve that goal that you set in tip number 1. Now, tip number 3 is arguably the most important part of any kind of program that you're following, because you'll hear it time and time again, you can never outwork a bad diet. And how do you avoid those poor nutrition choices? By tracking your meals. Now, when people hear the phrase meal tracking, I do feel like there's a little bit of hesitation or even frustration because most people don't know how to track macros. They don't really understand calories in, they don't understand energy expenditure, and that's okay. Especially when you're working out and you start working out, you don't have to dive into a hardcore diet and strip everything down and just eat a salad. In fact, that's probably one of the worst things that you can do because you're gonna restrict yourself so much that you're not even gonna wanna do it anymore, and you're gonna go over and make those bad decisions again. And when it comes to meal tracking, you can just start tracking what you're currently taking in. You don't have to make any changes to your diet. There are apps like MyPlate or MyFitnessPal. I've been using MyFitnessPal for years to track my meals, and all you have to do is start logging the things that you're eating. There's so many people on the platform that virtually anywhere you go to eat, you're gonna be able to find that meal or at least something similar to it to be able to add to your day. So if you're a person that says, Bob, I need Starbucks every single day. I can change everything else, but I need my Starbucks Grande White Mocha Extra Hot with Whip. Great. But when you're sitting there in the drive-thru in the morning, because let's be honest, nobody goes to Starbucks in the morning and just walks in. You're probably sitting in the drive-thru with 3 or 4 other people. Instead of going into Instagram or checking Facebook or watching Snapchat stories, go into MyFitnessPal and type in Starbucks Grande White Mocha and add it to your day. That's all you have to do. It takes less than 10 seconds, but by slowly adding that to your day, you can start to track the things that you're eating. And then at the end of the day, you can go back and say, I'm eating way too much fat. I'm definitely not getting enough protein. Where can I add that into my day? And by slowly adding things in, you're gonna slowly start to make better nutrition choices. So if you can take all these tips and put them together and apply them to your day, you're going to achieve your results and you're going to get there much more efficiently. Now all this talk about food's got me hungry, so I'm gonna go eat. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another video like this, and I will catch you all in the next video. I'm gonna go make a protein shake.